When it comes to reality TV power couples, few names shine as brightly as Yandy Smith and Mendeecees Harris. For years, fans have followed their journey through love, loyalty, and the countless challenges that life and fame have thrown their way. But now, shocking rumors and emotional revelations suggest that the couple may be standing on the very edge of a breakup. What happened to the bond that once seemed unshakable? Behind the glitz of television cameras and red carpet appearances lies a story of mounting pressures, family struggles, trust issues, and the heavy weight of public scrutiny that could be pushing Yandy and Mendeecees apart. Social media has been buzzing with speculation as cryptic posts, subtle interviews, and noticeable absences from each other's side begin to paint a picture that fans cannot ignore. Is this just another storm they'll weather together? Or is it the beginning of the end for one of reality TV's most admired couples? The whispers of tension have turned into conversations too loud to dismiss, with supporters divided between those who believe their love will survive and those who fear the cracks may already be too deep. This isn't just about gossip, it's about watching two people who have built an empire of love, family, and business trying to navigate the harsh reality of living in the spotlight. Yandy, known for her strength and independence, faces the heartbreaking possibility of letting go of the man she fought so hard to stand by. Mendeecees, admired for his resilience and honesty, Kay now finds himself at the center of questions about loyalty and commitment. Together, they've inspired countless fans with their story of sacrifice and devotion. But now, the question everyone is asking is simple. Can their relationship survive this latest test? Or will love finally give way to heartbreak? One thing is certain: whether they stay together or drift apart, the world will be watching every step of the way. The story of Yandy Smith and Mendeecees Harris has always been one that fascinated fans, because it blended the glamour of reality TV with the real struggles of a couple trying to balance love, loyalty, and the pressures of fame. For years, their relationship was portrayed as a partnership built on sacrifice, resilience, and devotion. But the truth is that even the strongest couples carry unseen burdens behind the flashing cameras and red carpet appearances. Yandy and Mendeecees faced obstacles that tested their commitment again and again, from Mendeecees' legal battles and incarceration to Yandy's role as both mother and businesswoman forced to keep everything together while her partner was away. Those moments of hardship turned them into a symbol of endurance for many fans who believed their love was strong enough to overcome anything. Yet, as whispers of an impending breakup circulate, it's worth revisiting how those very challenges that once bonded them might also have planted seeds of tension that are now too difficult to ignore. One of the biggest pressures in their relationship has always been the spotlight itself. Unlike most couples, Yandy and Mendeecees never had the privilege of keeping their struggles private. Every argument, every tear, every attempt at reconciliation was magnified for millions of viewers on Love and Hip Hop. New York reality television thrives on drama. And while it gave Yandy and Mendeecees a platform to share their story, it also meant that their most vulnerable moments became entertainment for the public. Over time, that kind of exposure can create wounds that are hard to heal. Imagine trying to repair trust or work through personal differences when not only your family but also millions of strangers are weighing in on your choices. For Yandy and Mendeecees, every decision has been judged, every mistake amplified, and every triumph overshadowed by speculation. This level of scrutiny may have cemented their fame, but it also made maintaining intimacy and trust a constant uphill battle. Another layer of pressure comes from the roles they each play, both within their family and in the public eye. Yandy has consistently branded herself as a powerhouse, a mother, entrepreneur, activist, and leader. She has built businesses, advocated for social justice, and become a role model for women who admire her independence and strength. Mendeecees, meanwhile, has carried the burden of his past legal troubles and the public perception that comes with them. While fans admired his honesty in confronting his mistakes, the shadow of those struggles has never fully gone away. This imbalance, where Yandy is often seen as the stronger, more stable partner has fueled speculation that tension exists beneath the surface. Did Mendeecees ever feel overshadowed by Yandy's success? Did Yandy ever feel that she carried more of the load in their relationship than he did? These questions, whether answered privately or not, linger in the minds of fans who are now scrutinizing every sign of trouble. At the heart of all this is the issue of trust. Trust, once shaken, is incredibly difficult to rebuild, especially in a relationship played out so publicly. Over the years, Yandy and Mendeecees have faced rumors of infidelity, disagreements about priorities, and conflicting approaches to parenting and business. While they always projected unity in public, the undercurrent of these issues may have never fully gone away. In fact, it is often the unresolved, unspoken tensions that quietly erode even the strongest of bonds. When fans see Yandy posting empowering quotes about independence or Mendeecees speaking cryptically about loyalty, it fuels the perception that cracks are widening. Whether or not those posts reflect their relationship directly, the timing and tone make it impossible for the public not to connect the dots. What makes this moment particularly intense is the silence from the couple themselves. In the past, both Yandy and Mendeecees have been quick to address rumors or at least provide enough reassurance to calm fans. This time, however, the absence of clarity only deepens the speculation. Silence creates space for narratives to spin out of control, and that's exactly what is happening now. Every public appearance without the other is viewed as confirmation, every solo post as a hint, and every avoided question as proof that something bigger is happening behind the scenes. The uncertainty has left fans torn between hope and fear, with some clinging to the idea that Yandy and Mendeecees will overcome this storm, while others brace themselves for the possibility that one of reality TV's most beloved couples may finally be coming to an end. In truth, the idea of a breakup doesn't just impact Yandy and Mendeecees personally, it also has cultural weight. Their relationship has become more than just a love story. It's a symbol for fans who see themselves in their struggles and triumphs. If they separate, it would represent not just the end of a partnership, but the dismantling of an image that many held onto as proof that love could withstand anything. That is why the rumors sting so deeply for fans. It feels personal, like a reflection of their own hopes and ideals about love. Whether this is the breaking point or just another chapter in their ongoing saga, the world is watching, waiting for answers that only Yandy and Mendeecees themselves can provide. If there's one place where speculation turns into wildfire, it's social media. And the whispers about Yandy and Mendeecees' relationship have exploded into full-blown digital chaos. Platforms like Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and YouTube have become battlegrounds where fans, gossip, bloggers, and even other celebrities weigh in on the possibility of the couple's breakup. What began as subtle hints, an absent wedding ring in a photo, a solo red carpet appearance, or a cryptic caption quickly snowballed into endless threads, memes, and commentary videos. For longtime followers of love and hip-hop, these small signals were enough to launch a storm of theories, with people digging through old clips and interviews to find clues that might suggest trouble had been brewing all along. In the digital age, the court of public opinion never rests. And for Yandy and Mendeecees, the verdicts being handed down are as conflicting as they are passionate. On Twitter, the conversation has been relentless. Hashtags like #YandyY and Mendeecees and #breakup rumors began trending, with users sharing everything from sympathy-filled posts to sharp criticism. Some fans insisted that Yandy's recent focus on self-empowerment and independence is proof that she's preparing to walk away from the marriage. Others argued that Mendeecees' own cryptic remarks about trust and loyalty are veiled shots at Yandy, suggesting a fracture too big to ignore. Still, there are those who defend the couple, urging others not to jump to conclusions and reminding everyone that not every social media post is a clue. The back and forth created a constant stream of debate, turning Yandy and Mendeecees into the internet's most discussed couple of the moment. Instagram added fuel to the fire in a different way. Fan pages and gossip blogs filled timelines with side-by-side comparisons of past and present photos, highlighting subtle changes in body language and public appearances. A picture of Yandy attending an event without Mendeecees by her side sparked thousands of comments speculating that she was intentionally making a statement. Similarly, when Mendeecees was spotted enjoying time with friends without Yandy present, the photos instantly went viral with captions like, "Trouble in Paradise," and "Where's Yandy?" Memes began to surface, some humorous and others brutally critical, showing how deeply invested people are in the couple's relationship. Instagram stories, in particular, became a space where fans anxiously monitored every word or image Yandy and Mendeecees shared, dissecting them as if they were clues. In a mystery novel, TikTok, with its fast-paced creative content, turned the rumors into viral entertainment. Users created skits reenacting imagined arguments between Yandy and Mendeecees, while others produced thoughtful analysis videos linking past episodes of Love and Hip Hop to current events. Soundbites of Yandy's past statements about love, trust, and independence were remixed into viral audio clips, paired with captions like, "Did she see this coming all along?" or "Yandy warned us years ago." The platform's algorithm ensured that once one video, all about the breakup, appeared on a user's feed, countless more would follow, creating an endless loop of speculation and dramatization. For younger fans especially, TikTok became the hub where the rumors transformed into full-blown cultural commentary, cementing the idea that Yandy and Mendeecees' relationship status was no longer just their business, which was meanwhile. YouTube offered a slower, more detailed dissection of the drama. Bloggers and commentators uploaded hour-long breakdowns analyzing every angle of the situation. Some claimed to have insider knowledge, while others built their arguments entirely on social media evidence and body language analysis. Videos with titles like "The Truth About Yandy and Mendeecees' Marriage" and "Did We Miss the Signs?" racked up hundreds of thousands of views, demonstrating just how hungry the public is for clarity. Podcasters joined the frenzy, dedicating entire episodes to the topic, often bringing on guests to debate whether this was simply another test for the couple or the final straw. In many cases, these creators framed the rumors as more than just gossip. They turned them into lessons about relationships, trust, and resilience, ensuring that the conversation reached beyond just entertainment value. The sheer intensity of the social media frenzy reveals how deeply Yandy and Mendeecees' story resonates with people. For many, they aren't just a reality TV couple. They are symbols of hope, loyalty, and perseverance. That's why the possibility of their breakup feels personal to so many fans. Some express heartbreak, comparing the situation to losing faith in the idea that true love can overcome anything. Others are more cynical, claiming they always saw cracks in the relationship and that this outcome was inevitable. The emotional investment from fans transforms speculation into something more powerful than mere gossip, becomes a collective narrative, one that fans feel they are part of shaping. What complicates the matter further is the couple's silence. Neither Yandy nor Mendeecees has directly addressed the breakup rumors in a definitive way. And that absence of clarity leaves a vacuum that social media is all too eager to fill. Every delayed response, every vague post, and every missed opportunity to appear together only intensifies the frenzy. The result is a cycle that feeds itself. Fans speculate, the couple stays silent, and the silence fuels more speculation. For Yandy and Mendeecees, this creates a no-win situation. If they speak, their words will be dissected. If they stay quiet, the silence will be weaponized against them. In the end, social media has turned the whispers of a breakup into a full-scale cultural event. The platforms thrive on speculation, and fans thrive on connection to the story, creating a perfect storm of chaos. For Yandy and Mendeecees, this moment has proven that their relationship is no longer just a personal matter. It's a public spectacle that millions feel invested in. Whether or not the rumors are true, the court of public opinion has already declared them guilty of falling apart. And that perception is one of the hardest battles any celebrity couple can fight. While the noise on social media is impossible to ignore, the deeper reality behind Yandy and Mendeecees' relationship struggles lies in the heavy pressures they've carried both as individuals and as a couple. Fame has always been a doubled sword for them. On one hand, love and hip-hop elevated their names and gave them opportunities that might not have been possible otherwise. It allowed them to build brands, reach millions of fans, and create financial avenues for their family. On the other hand, that same fame magnified every flaw, every disagreement, and every misstep. Living in the spotlight means never getting the privacy most couples rely on to resolve conflicts. And over time, that spotlight becomes more of a burden than a blessing. For Yandy and Mendeecees, the constant need to perform for the cameras while also trying to maintain authenticity likely created a tension that few couples could survive. One of the most consistent challenges in their relationship has been balancing love with business. Yandy is not just a wife and mother, she's a savvy entrepreneur who has built an empire out of her hustle, discipline, and vision. Her ventures, ranging from beauty and lifestyle brands to her activism and community work, have cemented her as a powerhouse figure. Yet, the very qualities that make Yandy admired by the public can sometimes strain a marriage. Independence, ambition, and relentless drive often clash with the traditional expectations of partnership. Mendeecees, meanwhile, has had to navigate his own identities, supporting Yandy while also carving out his space in a world where her shine often takes center stage. Though he's been respected for his honesty and attempts to rebuild after his incarceration, the imbalance of public perception is real. For many fans, Yandy is the face of strength, while Mendeecees is viewed as the one playing catch-up. That dynamic over time can create resentment, insecurity, or distance between partners, especially when every move is scrutinized by millions. Family life adds yet another layer of complexity. Yandy and Mendeecees are not just partners in love, they are parents, role models, and providers. The responsibility of raising children while managing careers in the public eye is a monumental task. Yandy, in particular, has spoken openly about the difficulties of balancing her roles as a mother, businesswoman, and wife, often suggesting that she feels stretched thin. Mendeecees, for his part, has been candid about the challenges of reintegration after serving time away from his family. Adjusting to fatherhood and marriage while trying to shed the weight of his past is no easy task. These family pressures, combined with the demands of fame, create a cocktail of stress that even the most committed couples would struggle to handle. Trust, too, looms large in the conversation. Long-term fans remember the moments when questions of loyalty and fidelity became central storylines on Love and Hip Hop. Even when those storylines were resolved, the shadows they cast may have lingered behind the scenes. Trust is fragile, and when it's tested repeatedly under the public's gaze, rebuilding it becomes an uphill battle. Yandy's public image as a woman of strength may suggest resilience. But privately, even the strongest people have breaking points. Similarly, Mendeecees' calm and reflective demeanor may project stability. But beneath the surface, he too may be grappling with doubts, frustrations, or unspoken conflicts. The weight of those unresolved feelings, multiplied by fame and family obligations, could be contributing to the cracks fans now believe they see. Beyond the personal dynamics, the industry itself plays a role in shaping the trajectory of their relationship. Reality television thrives on conflict. The very machine that elevated Yandy and Mendeecees also has a vested interest in keeping their drama alive. Every argument that aired, every tearful confession, every dramatic revelation became part of a larger narrative that viewers consumed like entertainment. For the couple, this blurring of lines between reality and performance can be exhausting. Were they arguing as husband and wife, or as reality TV characters fulfilling a storyline? That question may sound simple, but living inside it creates confusion, and over time, it can erode the authenticity of the relationship itself. Fame demands performance, and when performance invades personal life, the lines of truth and fiction blur dangerously. At the core of these pressures is a fundamental truth. Yandy and Mendeecees are human. Their love story, as aspirational as it has seemed, is not immune to the struggles of trust, balance, and self-identity that plague countless relationships. The difference is that every struggle they face is magnified, recorded, and judged in real time by a global audience. This relentless cycle leaves little room for mistakes, growth, or private healing. And as the speculation of a breakup intensifies, it's clear that the pressures of fame, business, and family life have created an environment where even the strongest love can falter. Fans who once saw their story as proof of love's resilience are now forced to confront a more sobering reality. Sometimes, love isn't enough to survive the weight of the world watching. As the rumors surrounding Yandy and Mendeecees' relationship continued to dominate headlines and timelines, the story inevitably spilled beyond fans and gossip blogs into the broader entertainment industry. When celebrity relationships falter, as especially those that have been built up as examples of loyalty and resilience, the ripple effect is massive. Colleagues, castmates, and even other reality stars began to weigh in, whether subtly through cryptic posts or directly through interviews and podcasts. For some, the potential breakup of Yandy and Mendeecees wasn't just another storyline. It was a cautionary tale about the toll fame can take on even the most devoted couples. Others saw it as an opportunity to either show solidarity with Yandy or align with Mendeecees, adding layers of tension and intrigue to the already chaotic situation. Reality TV thrives on interconnected drama and love, and drama and love, and hip-hop has long been known for weaving individual storylines into broader narratives. That means Yandy and Mendeecees' rumored breakup doesn't just affect them, it has implications for the entire franchise. Cast members, past and present, have been asked to comment, and their reactions only fuel the speculation. Some have praised Yandy for her strength, suggesting she deserves better and should prioritize her happiness above all else. Others have expressed support for Mendeecees, claiming he has matured since his earlier troubles and deserves the benefit of the doubt. These competing voices create a narrative tug-of-war, with fans caught in the middle trying to piece together their own version of the truth. The media has also played a central role in shaping how the story is consumed. Entertainment blogs and outlets thrive on drama, and Yandy and Mendeecees' potential split provided a goldmine of content. Headlines like "Trouble in Paradise for Yandy and Mendeecees" or "Love and Hip Hop's Power Couple on the Brink" were plastered across websites and social media feeds, ensuring that even those who hadn't been following the couple closely suddenly became invested. Television talk shows and radio hosts jumped on the story too, often framing it in dramatic terms that left little room for nuance. In doing so, the media transformed whispers into an unavoidable cultural event, one that fans and casual observers alike couldn't escape. What makes the industry's response especially powerful is the way it can impact the couple's brand beyond their personal lives. Yandy and Mendeecees are not just reality stars, they are business people, influencers, and public figures who rely on their reputations to maintain partnerships, endorsements, and entrepreneurial ventures. When breakup rumors dominate the conversation, brands become cautious, waiting to see how the narrative unfolds before fully committing to collaborations. A scandal, even one rooted in speculation, has the potential to jeopardize deals, speaking engagements, or future projects. For Yandy, whose businesses thrive on her image as a strong, empowered woman, the way she handles the situation will likely influence how fans and companies view her moving forward. For Mendeecees, whose journey of redemption has been central to his public persona, the narrative around trust and loyalty could either bolster his growth or undermine it completely. The whispers of a celeb strike added yet another layer of drama. Within entertainment circles, talk began to circulate that certain collaborators and peers might distance themselves, until the couple addressed the speculation head-on. While no formal strike materialized, the mere mention of it revealed how precarious things had become. In industries where reputation and alliances carry as much weight as talent, even the suggestion of distancing can create a domino effect. Other celebrities began posting cryptic messages about loyalty, Case honesty and knowing your worth posts that fans quickly connected to Yandy and Mendeecees. Whether those posts were truly about them or not, they fed the perception that the breakup rumors were bigger than gossip. They were an industry-wide talking point. This kind of celebrity involvement has a way of legitimizing the story. When stars speak out directly or indirectly, it signals that the issue is too big to ignore. And for Yandy and Mendeecees, it meant that their personal struggles were now being discussed not just by fans but also by peers, mentors, and competitors. Some of those voices came from a place of empathy, others from judgment. But all of them added to the pressure the couple was already under. Instead of being able to process their issues privately, they were forced to navigate a maze of public narratives, each one pulling them in a different direction at the same time. The industry knows how to capitalize on moments like this. Producers, promoters, and networks recognize that controversy sells. And the possibility of a breakup storyline promises high ratings and strong engagement. It raises the question, are Yandy and Mendeecees victims of circumstance? Or are they being pushed subtly or directly into feeding a machine that profits off their pain? Fans may never know the full answer, but the timing of the rumors and the intensity of coverage suggest that the line between reality and entertainment has once again blurred. For better or worse, Yandy and Mendeecees' relationship is no longer just their on-its content. It's business, and it's a cultural phenomenon that everyone wants a piece of in the end. The industry and media's reactions do more than amplify the drama, they shape the stakes. If Yandy and Mendeecees manage to weather this storm, it will be framed as yet another example of their resilience, further cementing their legacy as a couple who can survive anything. If they break, it will be framed as the tragic but inevitable collapse of a love story the world was too invested in. Either way, the narrative won't be theirs alone to control. That's the harsh reality of being a power couple in the entertainment industry. Your love story belongs as much to the audience and the media as it does to you. As the speculation surrounding Yandy and Mendeecees continues to dominate headlines, the biggest question remains, what happens next? Will this power couple, once considered a shining example of loyalty and resilience, be able to rebuild and silence the rumors? Or are they truly standing at the edge of an irreversible breakup? The truth is, only Yandy and Mendeecees know what's happening behind closed doors. But the impact of this public storm has already extended far beyond their household. It has become a cultural flashpoint, a story that people project their own fears, hopes, and experiences onto. For some, their potential split is heartbreaking, a sign that even love fortified by years of sacrifice can still crumble. For others, it's a reminder that relationships, no matter how glamorous they appear, are fragile, complex, and always vulnerable under the weight of fame. The possible outcomes are as complicated as their journey has been. If Yandy and Mendeecees decide to stay together, they'll need to do more than simply silence the rumors. They'll need to rebuild trust, not just with each other, but with their audience. Fans are emotionally invested in their story. Then that means any reconciliation will be scrutinized as much as their alleged falling apart. Every joint appearance, every statement, every photograph will be examined for authenticity. Staying together could allow them to rewrite the narrative and emerge even stronger. But it will take transparency, humility, and a united front to convince both themselves and the public that their love can still endure. On the other hand, if the breakup is real, the fallout could be just as significant. Yandy and Mendeecees have built a brand together, one that thrives on the image of a partnership forged in love and tested by hardship. Separating would mean unraveling not only their personal lives, but also their business ties, their fan base, and their carefully cultivated narrative. For Yandy, it might mark the beginning of a new chapter defined by independence, resilience, and empowerment. For Mendeecees, it would mean re-establishing himself outside the shadow of their union, proving that he can stand strong on his own. Both paths are possible, but both carry risks. What is undeniable, however, is that either decision, staying together or walking away, will redefine their legacies forever. The whispers of a celeb strike further complicate the picture. Within the entertainment industry, there have been discussions that certain peers, collaborators, or even industry allies may quietly distance themselves until clarity emerges. Though no official action has been taken, the very idea of a celeb strike highlights the high stakes at play. Celebrities, like brands, are cautious about being associated with scandal or instability. And their silence or sudden absence can send powerful signals. If such a strike were to materialize, it would isolate Yandy and Mendeecees at the very moment they need support the most. It would also demonstrate how fragile alliances in the industry can be, where loyalty often takes a backseat to reputation management. For a couple already under intense public scrutiny, the specter of losing professional allies only adds to the emotional weight of their situation. But perhaps the most profound impact of this story lies in the lessons it offers to fans and followers. Yandy and Mendeecees have always represented more than just a couple on reality TV. They've symbolized perseverance in the face of obstacles, love tested by distance and incarceration, and the belief that loyalty can overcome adversity. If they do survive this storm, it will serve as a testament to the power of commitment, communication, and resilience. If they don't, it will be a sobering reminder that even the strongest seeming relationships can falter, especially under the relentless gaze of the public. Either way, their story underscores the importance of balance between love and ambition, privacy and fame, independence and partnership. As fans, the temptation is to view this as just another piece of drama. But it's worth remembering that behind the headlines and hashtags are two real people trying to navigate an extraordinary situation. Yandy and Mendeecees may have chosen a life in the spotlight, but that doesn't make the pain of potential heartbreak any less real. Their journey, whether it ends in reconciliation or separation, is a powerful reflection of the challenges faced by countless couples, magnified by cameras, commentary, and celeb culture. In the end, the world may never know the full truth of what happens between Yandy and Mendeecees. But one thing is certain: their story will leave a lasting mark. If they emerge stronger, they'll continue to inspire as a couple who survived not only personal challenges, but also the chaos of public judgment. If they part ways, they'll still be remembered for the love they shared, the empire they built, and the lessons their journey taught millions. For now, all anyone can do is watch, wait, and hope that whatever decision they make, it brings them peace.